Hi Leo, welcome to Elle's House of Tarot. If you have been subscribed to my channel for a while, as you can see, I've made some big changes that I am very excited about, and I'm happy to have you along as I, evolve on my own soul journey. And if you are new here, welcome. So today we are going to take a look and see how your person really feels about you. I've been doing these readings all week. It's been very interesting, some of the messages that have come out. So this is going to be a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So if your sun sign doesn't resonate, you can go back and check out the other placements in your chart to see if those resonate more. And it's a general reading, so make sure you're only taking the messages that resonate for you and leave the rest. If you would like a personal reading, you can book one by sending an email to ellshouseoftarot@gmail.com. I did buy a tablet so that I could take better videos, but it broke after one day, so I sent it back yesterday, and I'm going to go try and get another one, hopefully today. So bear with me while I get through these next few days or so. Okay, Spirit, how does Leo's person really feel about them? How does Leo's person really feel about them? Okay, so we have authenticity, we have messages, and we have enchanted. All right, so there's a couple of different messages around this authenticity card. When they see you as a true, authentic being, they recognize that you're living your true self. You're staying true to who you are. And I think that may have caused some complications in the past. I feel like this is somebody that you connected with before that may be coming back. That's why we have this messages here. I think it feels literal, like some of you are going to get a message from somebody from your past. Okay. And you might start seeing signs and synchronicities from the universe around this person. But that's what it feels like. Okay, it's a general reading, everyone, so it's not going to happen for everyone. But for the vast majority of you, I do feel like out of nowhere, you're going to get a message from somebody that you didn't think you'd hear from again. And somebody you had a really, an authentic connection with. That's the other message around here. They see you as a true a person who's living in their truth and their authentic self, but there is also an authentic soul connection here, and that's what might bring them back. And what I think happened before is that you were kind of on this soul path, you were developing yourself spiritually, and they weren't. So yeah, you had this soul tie to them, you got along really well, you had a lot of connection, you had a lot of good energy, but they were not developing like you were, and you felt like you had to leave them behind at some point, because you can't take someone on a soul journey with you if they're unwilling to develop themselves spiritually. What I think happened, though, is that they realized that they needed, if they wanted to be with you, they had to start making some changes and grow and evolve themselves. I think that's where this enchanted card is coming in. We have childlike, wonder, phase, gateways. They're trying to enjoy life and the world around them at a deeper level, and with childlike eyes, where they're not so cynical, where they're light and more positive and happy and enjoying nature and understanding the awe of the universe and things like that. I think that that's what they've developed. They saw that in you, and they had it in them, but they weren't developing it or paying attention to it or caring that much. But I think that they've evolved, is what it feels like. Not for everyone, but for most of you. So, if you get a message out of nowhere, really, really talk to this person, ask them lots of questions, see if they've grown and developed or if they're still the same. Because some of you may get a message from somebody because they're feeling the pull to come back to you, but they haven't made any changes. So you're going to have to use your intuition there to decipher and discern if they have really changed and grown, or if they're just coming back because you have a soul tie. For most of you, it feels like they've moved into this more childlike, enchanted energy, like in a positive way. Not that they're immature, but that they're just really enjoying life and seeing the world in a new way. All right, Spirit, so let's build on this. Tell us more about how Leo's person really feels about them. So it's interesting energy. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. And then we have the Knight of Wands. I think when they think about you, it seems that you cross their mind a lot when they're dealing with stressful times. And that might have been a problem in the past where they would come into your life when things were difficult and you would help them through it, but then they would either maybe disappear or not really evolving or not giving back equal energy. But it seems when they think about you, it's either during stressful times and you bring them a great sense of relief, or just in general, when they think about you, it brings them a sense of calm and they feel more at peace. I think this King of Wands is interesting. I think you cut them off for reasons that I had stated earlier, or whatever in your life, and they saw that as you being stubborn. They saw that as you being controlling. They took it in a negative way, but the reason they did was because they were not as evolved spiritually as you. They didn't understand that you were setting healthy boundaries. So they kind of left with this negative taste. Well, Leo is just stubborn. Leo has impossible standards. Leo is uncompromising or something like that. But they've realized, no, you were just staying true to yourself. You were being your authentic self. You were putting up healthy boundaries because I was not behaving in a healthy way. Then we have this Knight of Wands here. Normally this card can sometimes be a player energy or somebody who comes in quickly and then leaves quickly, but because it's underneath this enchanted card with a childlike wonder, I feel like this is them looking at the world in more of a passionate way rather than a cynical way. They're seeing things in a new perspective. They're excited about things. They want to do things with passion rather than out of obligation, something like that. And I feel like they want to when they come in, they may be very excited. And it may come off as them wanting to rush in, and because it might be a little bit intense, but it's more excitement rather than them wanting to come in, take your energy and then leave. For some of you that may happen because it's a general reading, so I can't, say what's going to happen for everyone. But this feels like they're very excited about reconnecting with you and enjoying life in a more passionate and fun and light way, where I think as before they were more in a heavy kind of negative energy. Let's get some clarifiers. Why is the Nine of Swords in the reverse? Okay, that's too many clarifiers. But we did have the Eight of Cups in reverse on the top, which is trying again. They want to try again because you bring them that great sense of peace. Why is the Nine of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. They see how well you are doing on your own. You've really come into your own. You're owning yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're just like kind of this powerful, authentic person. And they can sense in that. It's like that brings them a sense of peace as well because they're happy that you're doing well. They are also trying to match that here with this Nine of Pentacles. The more independent they come, the more self-sufficient they come, the better foundation they build for themselves, the less stress and anxiety they have. And as they're thinking about you and you're doing well in your life, it brings them that sense of peace. But they see you as this very strong individual who's taking care of him or herself very well. Why is the King of Wands in the reverse? Yeah, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. They felt because you put up boundaries with them and stood your ground that you were preventing the relationship from developing. But really what you did was go and develop yourself. It's interesting that this is underneath the messages because I feel like there might be an apology around that or some acknowledgement of, you know, when you first told me I'm not going to do this anymore or we need to go our separate ways, I felt like you were being harsh and just being stubborn with me. But I realized that you were doing this to enhance your own soul growth and to take care of yourself. It feels like there needs to be a conversation around this, which is why it's under messages. All right, why is the Knight of Wands here? Oh, the Seven of Swords. So as I was saying earlier, the Knight of Wands could be somebody that comes in fast and then leaves fast. So again, there could be a conversation around why they behaved deceptively. For some of you, because it's general reading, some of you, the person is going to come in and be deceptive again. I don't think intentionally, I don't think they're going to lie straight to your face, but they're going to come in thinking maybe they're ready to take this on the long haul, but then realize they're not and leave again. So there is that possibility for some of you. But for the most of you, it feels more like talking about things that happened in the past. And they're also, with childlike, though this card is very positive and it's usually seeing the world through a childlike wonder, they could talk about how they were immature in the past and that they were not behaving well. Okay, we're going to get another row to get some more information. I feel like they really admire you though. But some of them have evolved, some of them have not. It's kind of a mixed energy. All right, so tell us some more here about how Leo's person really feels about them. This also could be in reference to you walking away, where they saw you as being hot-headed and just walking away instead of trying to take care of the relationship. Maybe they feel you deceived them in some sort of way by doing that, but they now realized you were just doing it to stay true to yourself. Yeah. Okay. See? I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had about whatever happened in the past, and it's going to be pretty intense. So with the Nine of Wands, as soon as I said pretty intense. But then look, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Six of Wands, okay? So they might be a little bit persistent in trying to talk with you. You might be a little bit guarded around the idea of having a conversation with them. Of course, it's totally up to you as whether or not you want to open that door or not. But there's potential for a turn of good luck, good fortune, moving to a new phase that's more prosperous, more successful. And then, of course, we have victory and success here, shooting off into the sunset. She always looks very happy with the Six of Wands. And this card can also signify marriage or engagement. Of course, that is probably not going to happen for the vast majority of you. We also do have the Sun on the bottom of the deck here. So it's like this conversation, these messages that needs to be had about whatever it was that happened in the past needs to be had. And it needs to be had at a pure level. Okay? I feel like you're going to be a little bit resistant and they're going to be persistent. But again, using your intuition, you can decide if you want to open that door or not. But it's like if you guys are willing to talk this out, there is good energy that follows it. Okay, so why is this Nine of Wands here? See, This conversation is going to lead to a death of ego and a rebirth of spirituality or new life. If you're willing to kind of get through I feel like the conversation may be super unpleasant, and you're going to try not to get too heated because you can't have a true exchange if you guys are fighting. But it's like persisting through it, pushing through this difficult conversation can bring out a complete transformation within the connection. Right, so why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Eight of Pentacles. If you're willing to put the work in, you're willing to be dubious and take really put a strong, calculated, concerned effort in here, there is a chance for a positive turn. Good fortune, good fate ahead. Why is the Six of Wands here? And for some of you, this conversation could just be a very healing process. Maybe the two of you get together, you have this very deep talk, all the wounds are reopened, there's sincere apologies exchanged, but then both of you decide to go your separate ways. That's a possibility as well, where this conversation is just very healing and you're able to move on. I don't feel like that's for the majority of you. I feel like the death and rebirth, the good turn of good fortune, and the success is you two kind of working it out and moving forward together. But that's just one other scenario, okay? And why is the Six of Wands here? Ooh. Okay, yeah. All right, so we have the Devil. Oh, you can't have victory and success without talking about your demons, okay? And for some of you, Leos, you may recognize that the person is still in devil energy, is still doing shadow work, and they're not ready. They just came back to you because they felt the energetic pull. For others of you, you are going to do shadow work together so that you can be victorious together. And then for others of you, you're going to see, just have the deep conversation about the demons, about the things that happened in the past. It's going to lead you to victory and success. All right. So yeah, there is a very hard conversation that needs to be had. And then you're going to use your own intuition to figure out which path is best for you to take. But we end up with this victory and success here. Don't forget the Sun. Look, we have the Sun and then the Three of Cups underneath that with the Knight of Cups. So it's like most positive card in the deck, reunion, happiness, joy, celebration, and then a sincere offer, okay? But you gotta have this hard conversation first. All right, so Spirit, let's give Leo a final word of advice here around their reading for today. Your commitment is being tested. You're going to have to use your intuition to decide how your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to this conversation, to this connection. Are you going to persist through this persevere through, I should say, this very difficult conversation so you guys can have a death and rebirth of your connection and move forward together? Is it your commitment to your true authentic self? Is this person really evolved? Is this person really ready to put the work in? So it's going to be different for everyone. It's either the commitment to your person, to the journey you guys want to go on together, or your commitment to staying true to yourself, to your own soul's path, which could still be moving on with this person. Just depends, everyone's different. So that's why intuition is very important. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope you found it helpful. If it resonated, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.